Hey guys, this is Brian, and I'm gonna show you how to overclock a graphics card. If you do like a lot of video editing and stuff like that, or graphics, whatever you guys do, CAD or whatever, you can use high-end, like just regular graphics cards for doing it. And you could get more performance by overclocking them if you like. Also, if you're a gamer, obviously you're gonna want to do this. I don't really do a lot of video game playing, but I do occasionally just overclock my video card. I have the OC Genie 2 option to overclock my board, my CPU, and my memory with one touch. And I just did a video on how to do that, so you can fish around on my channel to learn how to do that if you like. So I have the EVGA 570, and there it is. My experience with EVGA is that they are, I've had Zotac 570, I had a Galaxy 570, which I was actually pretty pleased with, and then now I have an EVGA 570. I'm not going to tell you how I ended up with the EVGA video card, because I don't want to discourage you from going with Zotac or Galaxy. The Zotac Amp Edition cards are, performance-wise, are phenomenal. I had some problems with them. I think they're just overclocked too much, and my board, I had two Zotac cards actually go out on me, but performance was amazing while they ran. Then I went to Galaxy, and Galaxy ran for a long time, but I think I fried the card out. I was using it way too much, and I think it just went bad on me. But they were all under warranty, so I went back to the store and I got an EVGA. Now, my experience with EVGA so far is I've had this card for a while now. I've had no issues. It's very stable. It doesn't really get hot at all. I think the max temps that I usually see if I'm stressing it out on stock clocks is like 64 degrees Celsius, which is nothing really. I have seen 79 degrees Celsius or 76 overclocking it. So hopefully you'll be able to see this, what my stock clocks are at. Forgive me if you can't. I'm trying to get an angle where it's not so, the reflective properties aren't so overwhelming here. Okay, so my fan speed's on auto. Memory clock's at 1900, if you can see that. Shader clock is at 1464. My core clock is at 732, and my voltage is at 963. So what I'm going to show you how to do is how to overclock this card, and what the clocks should be close to. I have had a hard time getting them to the exact ideal clocks. However, if they're off just by one or two numbers, I don't see any problems with it at all. I do have Battlefield 3 that I run on max settings, and I usually overclock the card when I'm playing that, and rarely get under 50 FPS when it's overclocked. When it's not overclocked, I get about 10 FPS less, well, about 8 actually. So it will go under 50. In fact, like down to 42 and 43, which is still okay. It's fine to play with. But anyways, I just enjoy playing the game when I can get above 50 FPS. It just seems to be way more stable. And so, anyways, I'm gonna go step by step on how to do this. But basically, when you want to change the numbers, you can slide these bars. Okay, I don't know if you can see the numbers changing as I'm doing this. Hold on, let me see if I can just set this down, and maybe it'll focus in here. Maybe not. My hand is so wiggly. Anyways, I'll do what I can for you guys. So you can move these up and down, or you could just type in there what your voltage should be. So we're just, because I say voltage because that's what we're going to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I already have it saved, so I'm not going to go there and click and type all the numbers out. So basically what you want to do is you want your core voltage to be 1075. You want to do Afterburner MSI. Also, you'll have to go into advanced settings, this button right here, and that will allow you to get into where you can enable the ability to be able to change your core voltage. Otherwise, you will not be able to do that. My core clock is at 900. Shader clock is now at 1800, and memory clock ideally should be at 2000. Mine is at 2002, and if you're going to be stressing the card out, playing a game, using graphics software, whatever it is you're doing, I would suggest putting the fan on max. You can click auto, max it out to 85, go ahead and apply it. Now you can hear the fan, which honestly is not that loud at all. I mean, you know, usually I have my headset on, and I have the Sound Blaster Sigma Tactic 3D series, and just a quick overview on those if you guys care for. They sound really good. They come with the THX software, which if you know anything about audio, THX has been around for a long time. It's basically a certification that companies get that produce audio, hardware, and software. Mostly it's hardware, and it's just saying that it's good quality stuff. You're going to get a lot of different sounds out of it that you normally wouldn't hear with just normal audio hardware or software. The software is easy to download off those headphones. However, there's not a lot of bass. The bass is poor. But the bass that you do hear sounds good, if that makes sense. It doesn't break up. It doesn't. So you can totally turn your volume up to 100%, and it's not going to skip a beat. It's very, very clear, but you do miss some of the bass. However, that may change if you have a the PCIe slot thing that you put in your computer. I can't think of the name of it. Sound card. Alright, so anyways, that's it. And that concludes the video on how to overclock. If you guys have any questions on this, don't hesitate to, hit me up down below. Have a good night, guys.